que los va a estar tomando a ustedes también. O sea, es prácticamente como que él estuviese en el escenario. Les presento al doctor Joseph Tam. El profesor Tam es el director del Centro de Investigación Endocannabinoide de la Universidad de Jerusalén. Viajó especialmente para este evento junto con los otros profesores y dada su cercana relación con el profesor Mechoulan y su trabajo conjunto, lo dejo a él para que maneje el tema de las preguntas y lo pueda asistir en caso de que algo no se entienda. Gracias.
Hola, buen día. Es muy placer estar aquí. I will change to English and Hebrew between Rafi and yourself, so just a moment. Hi, Rafi. אתה שומע אותי?
Hello, I can see. And many thanks for listening to my scientific lecture. I hope it was not too scientific, and I will be glad to answer any questions related to our work or cannabis.
En español lo voy a hacer. Bueno, doctor Mechoulan, es un honor escucharlo para la gente que hacemos investigación en el tema. Le quería hacer una pregunta puntual. Sabemos que tanto la anandamida como el 2-araquidonoilglicerol son moléculas que tienen una estrecha relación con la enfermedad de Alzheimer. Quería saber si se sabe algo al respecto en relación a la araquidonoilcerina. Mi nombre es Susana Pascuaré, soy investigadora del CONICET y de la Universidad Nacional del Sur de este país y estoy trabajando, o mi grupo está trabajando en el metabolismo de endocannabinoides en procesos neurodegenerativos.
Rafi, they are asking about the role of the endocannabinoid system, anandamide 2-AG and RAS in Alzheimer's disease.
There has been a lot of work on cannabinoids in Alzheimer's, and I can say that it cures Alzheimer's. We found a group of elderly people. Some of them were sick, Alzheimer's, like this, and so cannabis, a mixture of THC and CBD, and make them respond. Some of these patients were in a bad shape. They couldn't alone take care of themselves. They didn't speak to the people that treated them, that helped them. And after cannabis, a little bit of cannabis, in the morning, they will open their eyes. They will start connecting with people that were treating them. One who had been a writer previously declared all of a sudden that he wants to go back and write. Even a person said she's going home because she feels better. Here we don't have the real data, but the data that's available shows that maybe, just maybe, can help with the symptoms of Alzheimer and related diseases.
Okay, the next question.
It's very nice to meet you. It's an honor to meet you. My name is Soraya. I'm from Cameda, Cannabis Medicinal, Argentina. I wrote to you about 4 years ago. Okay. I wrote to you 4 years ago because I'm a nurse and I have a daughter with intractable epilepsy. And I need to one question that nobody could answer me. I've noticed after a while in patients with epilepsy, in a long time from using CBD, some of them enters in epileptic status. I found a solution making 2 days of rest or reboot, so we free the AED's drug receptors, but depending on patient's response, we also have to do a rest of 1 week till 15 days after 4 or 6 months, depending on the patient. My question is some kind of reservoir in the body of cannabis that doesn't metabolize smoothly, or any type of saturation? We've noted also that levels in plasma of AEDs are normal, and they also enters in epileptic status, so we have to stop the treatment. We use a dosage about 0.25 milligrams per kilo as the first type of dosage till 1.20 milligrams per kilo. CBD, the percentage is, we use Charlotte's Web, that is a very low THC cannabis. We love you, Rafael.
Rafi, did you understand the question? האם הבנת את השאלה, רפי? רפי, אתה שומע אותי?
כן, אבל לא הבנתי כלום.
אוקיי, אז אם תוכל להגיד כמה מילים על הנושא של טיפול באפילפסיה וקנבינואידים.
עוד פעם, הקשר עם אפילפסיה?
וקנבינואידים, כן.
כן, על אפילפסיה לדבר.
כן.
יש נתונים...
באנגלית בבקשה. In English.
In English, of course. There are old reports for nearly 2,000 years that cannabis can affect epilepsy. And these reports come from various sources, Chinese, Indian, Muslim sources. And therefore, we thought nearly 30 years ago that it is worthwhile testing cannabinoids in epilepsy. And we first worked with animals. We means a group in Brazil and Sao Paulo, and they did the biological work and we did the chemical work. And we saw that cannabidiol is an excellent drug for epilepsy in mice. Then we had data to go and see whether cannabidiol is effective in human patients. So, together with the Brazilian, at 15 patients, half of them got placebo, namely no drug, just the material surrounding the drug, and 8 patients got cannabidiol within solution, and they got it for nearly 4.5 months. We had to prepare huge amount of cannabis from hashish, and it was tested in human patients, and we were very glad to see that out of these 8 patients previously had been treated with many drugs and nothing was helping them anymore. 4 of these patients had no attacks, essentially no attacks. 3 of the patients had much less attacks, and only 1 patient was not affected at all. We published these data in 1980. It's 35 years ago. And we thought that it would be widely used. Well, nothing happened for many years until parents with children that have epilepsy learned about these results and started going to one of the US states where cannabis is legal and started giving cannabis to young children that had epileptic attacks. Unfortunately, there are some children that get 20, 30 attacks a day. They cannot develop, families are, it's a terrible situation. They started giving them plant extract with a lot of cannabidiol, and as we said before, many of these children, 50, 60, maybe 70% were helped. Many of them get either very few attacks or no attacks at all. That's what happened, and indeed, on the basis of these results, a British company is doing a large clinical trial in the States, and the preliminary results are that, yes, we repeat what we saw 35 years ago. Cannabidiol is an extremely good drug. Why we had to wait for 35 years, I don't know. We could have saved hundreds, maybe thousands of patients, particularly children. In Israel, children with epilepsy get a permit from the Ministry of Health to buy cannabis, buy cannabidiol, and indeed, quite a lot of children are being treated with cannabidiol or cannabidiol which extracts of cannabis. So I expect cannabidiol will become a major drug in epilepsy, probably within a year.
אוקיי, thank you, רפי. רפי, אם אתה יכול בבקשה לזוז קצת מהמחשב, כדי שיוכלו לשמוע אותך טוב יותר, כי זה לפעמים נתקע פה. אז קצת לשבת...
רגע, איפה לדבר?
כן, אתה קצת להתרחק מהמחשב.
מה, לא שומע אותך.
אם תוכל להתרחק קצת מהמחשב, כדי שהשיחה תהיה יותר... בדיוק, יופי. אוקיי.
זה יותר טוב ככה?
מעולה. תודה. שנייה, אני אעבור לשאלה הבאה.
Sí, soy la doctora Lunik, acá jefa de trabajos prácticos y del sector de calidad de vida en pacientes reumáticos. Nos interesa saber sobre los cuadros de depresión y dolor. Eso sabemos cómo actúa el cannabis, pero quisiera saber la opinión del doctor sobre los cuadros de autoinmunidad como el lupus, la artritis, etcétera.
Hello, Rafi. I'll be translating the question. This lady wants to know how is the performance of cannabis in autoimmunological diseases like lupus, arthritis. Which one was the third one? Yes, in any kind of autoimmunological diseases.
What is the question?
רפי, השאלה הייתה על התפקיד של הטיפול בקנאביס למחלות אוטואימוניות.
כן. It was found by us in a experiment that we did about 20 years ago that cannabidiol is effective in rheumatoid arthritis. Rheumatoid arthritis, a widely known disease, causes inflammation and pain. And we did work in animals together with a British group, and we found that cannabidiol is effective in animals in rheumatoid arthritis. Now, rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune disease, namely the body attacks itself. Now, why the body attacks itself, we do not know. But there are quite a lot of autoimmune diseases. So after looking at rheumatoid arthritis. After seeing that patients are helped, tried other autoimmune diseases. The best known is probably diabetes type 1. Diabetes type 1, or diabetes in children, the body attacks cells that produce insulin, and the children are sick. They have diabetes type 1. So we tried in an animal model, and there is a very good animal model for diabetes type 1. And yes, it was extremely effective. And we thought it will be used. Unfortunately, probably because of patent reasons and probably because of many other reasons, we are still there in the animals that have shown extremely good results in diabetes type 1, but it has never been passed on to children or to human patients. This is a pity because the mechanism in animals is essentially the same as the mechanism in humans, and I'm almost sure that it will be very effective. Now, there are other diseases. I mentioned this in my lecture. There are a few other diseases that have been looked into, and yes, cannabidiol seems to be effective in other autoimmune diseases, and I'm looking forward to see cannabidiol or derivatives of cannabidiol becoming drugs in autoimmune diseases.
Okay, תודה, Rafi. Thank you. Another question? Yes.
Sí, buenos días. Mi nombre es Ángel Pepey. Bueno, agradezco poder participar. Yo formo parte de varias organizaciones de personas viviendo con VIH y lo que me gustaría poder saber es, digamos, cómo nos sería de utilidad a las personas viviendo con VIH el uso del cannabis. Y una pregunta puntual que tiene que ver si es un inmunosupresor y esto puede afectarnos positiva o negativamente.
Hello, Rafi. He works for an institution working with people with HIV-positive patients. He wants to know what could be the applications for this kind of patients, and also if do you think the THC would be, well, it's kind of related to the last question, if it could be positive or negative in this kind of autoimmunological diseases. I think you already answered that.
I mean, I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question? I didn't...
כן, אני אגיד את זה בעברית.
איזה?
בעברית אני אתרגם את השאלה. הם רוצים לדעת את דרך טיפול, האם דרך טיפול בקנבינואידים תוכל לעזור לחולים שסובלים HIV, מ-AIDS.
איזה מחלות?
HIV.
HIV.
כן.
There has not been too much work, certainly not in humans with HIV. I suppose on the basis of some of the effects that have been seen, that HIV itself will not be helped, but the pain in HIV patients can be lowered. It is HIV patients get a lot of morphine for their pain, and it was found by a group in California, Dr. Abrams found in California, that if HIV patients are given morphine together with cannabidiol, the amounts of morphine needed are much lower, and this is important because morphine has serious side effects. Unfortunately, there have not been additional observations and therefore, to the best of my knowledge, patients that have HIV take cannabis on their own and not as part of their medical treatment.
Okay, I would like to remind you that you will have the possibility to raise questions to all the scientists that are going to be here today and tomorrow, and we will also have an open discussion with questions. So I will now take only the last question, please. So.
Shalom, Rafael. Mi nombre es Paco Mascaraque, desde España, para infocannabis.org. En su exposición, usted ha nombrado diversos compuestos no psicoactivos y sus múltiples beneficios para la salud. Teniendo en cuenta que la Organización Mundial de la Salud define la salud no solo como la ausencia de enfermedad, sino con el hecho de sentirse bien, ¿hay alguna línea de investigación en su equipo o en alguno que usted sepa sobre aquellos compuestos que nos hacen volar, que nos hacen sentirse bien? Y por último, en mi nombre y en el de millones de usuarios de cannabis, gracias por sus 50 años estudiando nuestra planta.
Okay, so Rafi, this wasn't a question. They just want to highlight the fact that your work has been contributed much to the world, and they hope to see more how the research is being advanced in the field. And so if you can say a few words, concluding remarks about your work and others in the field.
Concluding remarks.
Yes. Yes, please.
Well, we know that the cannabinoids act on very basic mechanisms in the body. Therefore, I assume that within the next few years, we shall have many cannabinoid-based drugs for a variety of diseases, and many of these diseases are not being treated today as well as could be. Therefore, I hope that the work is being done at the Hebrew University, at the Center of Cannabinoid Research by many groups, including mine, but there are another 15, 20 groups that are working there. I believe that if we meet again in 2, 3, 5 years' time, you will hear data, very positive, hopefully clinical data, showing that cannabidiol, sometimes THC, sometimes other compounds, or synthetic compounds based on the cannabidiol are extremely important. And maybe then we can say the Hebrew University contributed to this advance. Thank you very much.
אוקיי, רפי, תודה רבה. שלום, נתראה בישראל.
אני גמרתי, אני יכול לסגור?
בהחלט, כן. תודה רבה.
Many thanks.